matchups. So there you see the two finalists. Zach Tyree on the left, playing Dredge. William Cow on the right, playing Maverick. So no Force of Wills in this final.
A final without Force of Will.
No Brainstorms?
No Brainstorms
Force
in this
of
final
Wills?
either.
No Underground Seas?
And pull that curtain right over people's faces again. Yeah, just...
It's like,
no, you don't have to play Brainstorm.
Right.
You really don't.
It's just the best card ever.
But I mean, these two decks are decks that are doing something very specific.
Right, exactly.
And that's why they can afford to not play Brainstorm. The Williams deck, one might be able to make an argument for, diving a little deeper into blue and actually playing Brainstorm in that deck.
Right, then you sort of move away from Maverick, you sort of move towards Bant at that point. At that point, you sort of just ask yourself, why aren't I playing more Rock's Warmonks? That card is awesome.
The card seems so well positioned right now.
Yeah, it is. There were 20 burn decks in this tournament. Rock's Warmonk backed up with multiple exalted creatures and equipment.
Pretty good.
How does a burn deck feel about Rock's Warmonk with Unzav's GT? Having a batter skull.
Does not feel very happy about it.
No. William Cow's deck looks like it eats the burn deck for breakfast. So, game one, what does William need to do to have a shot? Gotta involve a little acceleration.
It can involve a Punishing Fire.
Punishing Fire.
Chit.
Yep. Active GT would be amazing. If William could just naturally draw that card instead of having to Stoneforge for it, he'll be in great shape.
Interesting fact, though. William has not played Dredge before this. Has not played Legacy before this tournament.
Wow.
In a sanctioned.
That's amazing, and he's in the finals of this event.
Well, I mean, he's a very competent Magic player. Like he drafts with Ben Stark every week.
Right.
So
that's going to make you pretty good at Magic pretty fast.
Yeah. So
else you won't be drafting with him anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
So the one thing though is if you've never played Legacy before, Dredge is he's gonna be looking at this deck list and probably, I'm sure he knows what the cards do.
Right. He's probably heard of the menace that is Dredge.
But playing against Dredge with your deck when you're unfamiliar with this is going to be difficult for William.
Just a little.
So I'm giving everybody a quick. I'm just trying to. Hopefully William knows what's going on. Because I just thought about that right now, and I was like, oh my goodness, that could be really bad. Because if I had never played,
does he even know what some of these cards do? How long has this man been playing Magic?
I don't know.
Been playing Magic? Okay.
I don't know. I imagine if he doesn't know what cards do, he's going to ask a judge.
Right.
And he's...
Okay, so right now they're actually showing each other the physical cards.
They're looking at the deck list.
Yeah, so actually both players unfamiliar with multiple cards in the opposing deck list. I think Zach Tyree had to ask about Scavenging Ooze. William Cow had to ask about Breakthrough. So that's the thing about Legacy. There's so many legal cards and so many good cards from so many old sets that newer players might be unfamiliar with. It's really a fun format.
Oh, you don't know what my Torment Uncommon does?
Yeah. This Uncommon 2 from 14 years ago. Back before they had rares. Well, how many Magic players off the top of their head do you think know what Caracas does? It can't be many. That's an obscure card. If you don't play Legacy, that's a very obscure card.
Yeah, if you haven't played Legacy, Caracas has got to be pretty obscure.
Yeah. About as obscure as Hammerheim.
Hammerheim Deadeye? Or just
no,
Hammerheim?
Just Hammerheim. You don't even know what a Hammerheim is, do you? Caracas was in a set. It was in a cycle. There was Urborg, the original Urborg. There was Hammerheim. There was Pendelhaven. You know that one.
I know Pendelhaven.
Caracas and Teleria, the original Teleria. Not Teleria West. Not Teleria Academy, Teleria. And they're all pretty bad except Caracas. And Pendelhaven.
Teleria gives a Legend Flying or something?
Something really similar. Let me look it up for you. There's also a arch enemy card, Teleria, or a plane chase card, Teleria. Let's see, Teleria, legendary land, tap, add blue, tap. During upkeep, you can only activate this ability during the upkeep. Remove the banding or bands with other ability from target creature until end of turn.
So it's the anti-banding land.
Yeah. Caracas
Very
is the
nice.
anti-legend land, Teleria is the anti-banding land.
I'm definitely going to play a Tolaria on my next blue deck.
Just one Teleria. Forget it. It could be a basic island, but you know what? Basics are overrated. Just play a Teleria. It might come in handy someday. You never know. But yeah, the rest of the cards.
Isn't the Oracle on banding that it just doesn't have it anymore? Like it's just
banding is a little different than when the rules originally came out. I'm not even sure. Okay.
Loaming Shaman. Loaming Shaman, for those of you who don't know, it's a rare from perhaps Odyssey. I don't.
No, it's a rare from Dissension.
Oh, from Dissension. Oh, okay, yeah, so much later. But it's a 3/2 for 2 colorless and a green, and you can shuffle any number of cards from target player's graveyard into their library when Loaming Shaman enters the battlefield.
Right. So really good against Dredge. Just shuffle the whole graveyard back in. Well, actually, Hammerheim would have been good in this tournament, believe it or not. Hammerheim removes all landwalking ability from target creature, so Lord of Atlantis, nope. Take that away.
That's actually not unreasonable.
No, it's really
and it just
not.
Taps for red and it's
and it comes into play untapped, so you play one copy in your blue-red deck to play against Lord of Atlantis, and there you go. Wasteland's not a card, so that should be fine.
Well, what if your whole mana base is like wastelandable anyway?
Yeah, that was our round 4 feature match, the mono blue deck with no islands. He probably could have fit a Hammerheim into his deck.
Probably. And it would have been right.
Power up the engineered explosives. So, players shuffling up look like they're getting ready for game 1 of the finals. Dredge versus Maverick. And William is on 6 cards.
Yeah, William, after looking at that deck list, there are a lot of hands that might look okay.
Yeah.
That do not look okay.
Yeah, or they just do not do anything. They just die. James Billings on Twitter asks, Dredge returning as a mechanic in a core set, yes or no? No.
No.
Never.
I do not think they will ever, ever, ever bring back Dredge.
No. Dredge is probably one of their biggest regrets as a mechanic. Cascade, Dredge, these are all up there. Any free spell ever. So Zach Tyree leads off Undiscovered Paradise, Putrid Imp. If you're unfamiliar with Undiscovered, taps for any color, but during the upkeep, after you tap it, you return it to your hand. So William Cow counters with a Windswept Heath, fetching up a Savannah. We'll see what 1-drop he has. Mother of Runes. Not the 1-drop he wants, but not bad. He'll take any 1-drop on a 6-card hand.
Yeah, I mean, William's really got to hope that Zach doesn't have a good hand, but Zach kept his hand, so
Right.
the odds of that are pretty low.
Yeah, Zach Tyree will Dredge Stinkweed Imp during his draw phase. Milling, a bridge from below, and a ton of dredgers.
That is a good Dredge.
If he had something like a breakthrough right here, the game would be close to over.
Poor William.
He's like, hold on, Stinkweed Imp, I remember this guy from Draft. He's in my friend's cube. What's it do?
This guy's pretty good.
Yeah, I can block. So Zach Tyree Undiscovered again, and Cabal Therapy. What's he name here?
Stoneforge, I guess? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's even
Green
worried
Sun
about. He's not worried about any
I don't think I'm
cards.
worried about anything. I think I would much rather just hit a...
Wow, William Cow's hand is awful right now. Taiga, Horizon Canopy, Forest, Sword of Feast and Famine, Stoneforge Mystic. So Zach Tyree in absolutely no danger right now.
So Zach did name Green Sun Zenith.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
Yep.
With 4 Green Sun Zenith.
Exactly.
To grab that Scavenging Ooze, that's got to be the...
One of the only relevant creatures in Game 1. So Zach Tyree discards Stinkweed Imp to Putrid Imp. Threshold activated, attack for 2. Bring William Cow to 17. And did he just discard his hand too?
Yeah, so he has...
I'm not sure why his hand went to his graveyard.
I think he just...
What is... Oh, okay, he's
Flashback
flashing
Cabal
back Cabal Therapy.
Did he just like use an LED or something?
No, I think he just pitched his hand with the Putrid Imp before he sacrificed it. Though there's really no reason to discard an Archamoeba. Hopefully we can get him to fan out his graveyard a little bit more too, so we can see it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, so William draws a Jit off the top.
That is probably the best draw in the deck.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's where it's at.
Yeah. William Cow masterfully draws the one of Umezawa's Jite. You can see how he got to the finals.
And didn't Zach have an LED in his hand?
I think he did. I'm not sure why he wouldn't just play that instead of discard it to Putrid Imp.
He did, and now he's those Faithless Lootings in his yard that he can't flash back if he would have been able to.
Right. So Zach Tyree on the draw step will dredge his Stinkweed Imp. William Cow only adding a Sword of Feast and Famine to the board on his turn. Zach Tyree hits no Narcomoebas, no Bridge from Blows.
Nope. Now, double
equip. Protection from Black, Umezawa's Jite. So Zach Tyree somehow in danger of losing this game after the amazing start.
Yeah.
William Cow untaps his lands, brings Zach to 17.
And he's got nothing.
Nothing to do with that mana. Now William Cow gonna look through that graveyard, see what goodies Zach Tyree has in store.
And trying to figure it out. Only one bridge in there.
Mm-hmm.
William probably not excessively worried right now.
Two Icarids. William Cow will give that one a read.
Icarid, another card. Yeah, you don't really play that one in limited when you have it.
Right. Not that good. Another Bridge from Below in the graveyard. But still no Narcomoebas.
No.
William Cow plays Knight of Reliquary, draws a card with the Rising Canopy. And now he'll crash in with Mother.
Yep.
Double pump with Jite. So he'll be dealing Zach Tyree 7 damage this turn, bringing him to 10 life, getting 2 more Jite counters.
I don't know if I like the double pump.
No.
I pumped once. That's fine.
I don't think I'd pump at all, personally.
But again, William may just not really know what's going on.
Right,
He's like, I'm terrified. I want him to die as fast as possible.
It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. Like,
But generally against Dredge, you want to keep a lot of Jite counters so you can kill your creatures on command, you can kill their creatures on command, whatever you need to do. So Icarids return. They will remove 2 black creatures from his graveyard.
yep.
And dredges the Grave Troll during the draw. If William Cow makes the mistake of not understanding Bridge from Below and killing those Icarids, he will not be in for a good surprise. Looks like that's what he's thinking about during the draw step.
Yeah, hopefully he knows how those work.
Right. Not an easy card to know how it works. So still no Narcomoebas for Zach
confusing
Tyree. So we're still in the draw phase. William Cow trying to figure out how best to play against the monster that is Dredge.
Yeah. William, I wouldn't be surprised if he used his box one.
Okay.
Very reasonable.
So William Cow takes 3. Icarid goes to the graveyard, netting him 2 zombie tokens. Bridges are not removed because none of William Cow's creatures died. I think William Cal might have missed an opportunity to kill his own Knight of the Reliquary there. It had 3 damage on it and was a 4/4.
That's just lethal, right?
Oh, lethal damage.
Pro black.
Yep.
Yep.
There it is.
That's it.
Well, that makes sense.
Yep.
So William Cal somehow manages to take game 1 off of Dredge. A timely
Wow.
GT draw.
Yeah, super timely GTA draw. Yeah, so you know what we're gonna do?
What
We're
are
about
we
to
gonna
give
do?
away a badge to Gen Con.
Wow.
That's pretty exciting.
Gen Con badge. Usually it's a year of premium. This time it'll be a Gen Con badge.
Yeah, so
Give you access to all 4 days of Gen Con.
go to Indianapolis, hang out, game.
Exactly. Get to watch the 16-man tournament that's going to be happening. That'll determine who gets $100,000 and will be crowned world champion, I think it is. The new world champion.
And, you know, there are a few players who are already qualified for that tournament.
Not some
Owen
shabby names
Turtenwald.
either. Owen Turtenwald,
Brian Kibler.
Ryan Kibler, Samuel Estradi, current world champion, Junya Ayanga, Reed Duke, Mox
Duke.
champion. So, what's the question?
So, I'm wondering if you can tell me. Sorry. Hold on. Now, there was recently a standard Pro Tour.
Yes.
This Pro Tour was won by a Star City Games premium columnist.
It was.
I would like to know who that is.
Who that Star City Games premium columnist who won Pro Tour Dark Ascension.
Yes.
So tweet us the answer to that question. Make sure you use the hashtag SCG Premium, or else
Yep.
your answer will not be counted. You don't have to tweet at SCG Live. You don't have to tweet at Jake. You don't have to tweet at me. Only SCG Premium. You can use the others if you want, but tell us who won Pro Tour Dark Ascension. And you will win a Gen Con badge. So, we've already looked at the players' sideboards a little bit, but we can go back to them, do a little refresher. Zach Tyree looks like he'll gain Dark Blast. He'll gain Firestorm.
Firestorm's a good one.
Yeah, Firestorm's awesome. If you're unfamiliar with Firestorm,
One red.
One red.
From Weatherlight.
yeah, another really obscure set. Sorcery. Now, as an additional cost, you discard X cards from your hand, and you deal X damage to X targets. So if you discard 4 cards, you get to deal 4 in 4 places. Discard 1 card, 1 to 1 target. So an uncounterable Dredge outlet, also just a board sweeper against Maverick.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome card. Also,
Definitely an awesome card here.
Also, he'll be bringing in that Alishnorn, of course. Just a great trump to William Cow's deck. Now, William Cow, having never played against Dredge, how's he going to sideboard?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he understood how Bridge worked.
No, me neither. I don't think so at all.
Because I know he would have played differently, because he's good at Magic, and had he known what Bridge did, he would have
Right,
played differently.
right. So, knowing what we know about William Cow and Bridge from below, what will he do?
It's kind of
It's
interesting.
like a game within a game here.
Yeah, it is a game within a game.
Certainly.
I think the fact that he's up again, I wonder what he's thinking to himself. He's probably just like, I have no idea what's going on. Like,
It's like I'm somehow 1 game away. Everyone told me I couldn't win.
yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But he'll definitely bring in Scavenging Ooze. He'll definitely bring in 2 Tormod's Crypts. He'll definitely bring in 2 Enlightened Tutors. He'll definitely bring in a Majuka Bog. Loaming Shaman for sure. After that, though, he has some options. He can bring in Maze of Ith. He can bring in Spell Pierce to fight Dread Return and Cabal Therapy. I don't think he will. But it's actually not that bad against Dredge. You can counter Faithless Looting, a flashback Faithless Looting after they've discarded their hand to Lion's Eye.
Then kind of put him in a situation like he was in last turn.
Yeah.
Last game, William, his initial draw was so bad.
Garbage. But,
Legit off the top.
yeah, Zach Tyree gave
he
him the
needed.
opening. Zach Tyree could have just played that Lion's Eye Diamond and been able to flashback a Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. I think he thought he was activating a Lion's Eye or something. He just threw his hand into the graveyard. But I don't think he'll make the same mistake in this game. In terms of what William will side out, I think he has a lot of cards to side out.
Yeah.
Rock's Warmonk, Geist of St. Traft, these are not good. 3-mana
You know,
creatures
Geist
with
of
no
St.
effect.
Traft is a 3-mana guy who attacks for 6.
Yeah, that's all right.
You can cast it on turn 2.
That's true.
And William could conceivably, he has no idea what's going on. He could conceivably be on this, like, I hope he dies before something bad happens.
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen to me, but...
He might just keep in his highest damage output cards until he learns what the deck does a little better in Game 2. Game 2 is his playtesting.
Yeah, this is...
So he'll definitely take out the Batter Skull. No question about that.
I mean, he
knows
to a certain extent.
Should take out the Batter Skull. He does. We're sort of making light of it, but he does. Mother of Runes actually doesn't seem very good in this matchup.
No, if it's bad somewhere, this is definitely where it's bad.
Right.
Swords to Plowshares.
Yep. Swords to Plowshares doesn't kill your own creature and doesn't really remove anything relevant from them. The only thing is, it is an answer to Elish Norn.
And, I mean, Swords to Plowshares is actually not as bad as one might think it is. Against older versions of Dredge, a lot of people like to keep it in before they had Faithless Looting, because if you could just nab a Narcomoeba during somebody's draw step, you could often...
That's a big deal.
You know, it gets removed from the game, too. It doesn't go to the graveyard. It often wins you the game. But nowadays, with Faithless Looting, the deck just does what it does so consistently and dumps so many cards in the graveyard so quickly that I don't think Swords to Plowshares is a card that really makes a difference in that many games.
No, I don't think so either. I definitely think he'll take out all or almost all of the Swords to Plowshares. But we'll see how he sideboards. Zach Tyree opens with City of Brass Putrid Imp, one of the strongest starts he can have. William Cow.
Zach Tyree on the play with Putrid Imp here.
The unusual Dredge deck on the play in Game 2.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often.
It's the first game Zach lost in this top 8.
Yeah.
Zach discarding that Stinkweed Imp.
Yep, during the upkeep. Good timing on that. He'll dredge that, milling Stinkweed Imp, Narcomoeba, City of Brass, Cephalid Coliseum, Breakthrough. So 2 hits on that. Narcomoeba's the one he really needs.
Yeah. Now, already 2 guys in play here.
Yeah. Turn 2, 2 creatures in play. And he would love to get Threshold, pump up Putrid Imp, make Coliseum better.
Plays that LED.
Yep.
And now with that Coliseum.
Yeah. So discards.
No, even has the Zealot already.
Yeah. So he discards the rest of his cards to Putrid Imp, and looks like he's going to sacrifice the Cephalid Coliseum, falling to 18 in the process. And he'll dredge Stinkweed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a great dredge.
Awesome dredge.
He'll dredge Golgari Grave Troll.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cabal Therapy in the graveyard. Bridge from below in the graveyard. Dread Return in the graveyard. Milled an Ancient Grudge as well. That's what that red card is. So now, Zach Tyree has a lot of options available to him. He can flashback that Cabal Therapy if he wants to. Or he can save it for a future turn. But the problem with William Cow's deck is that there's not really a card he wants to name. Tormod Crypt would already be in play. Loaming Shaman's a 1 of. Enlightened Tutor's a 2 of. I guess if you name anything, it's Green Sun Zenith here. William Cow's deck surprisingly resistant to Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really diverse.
Yeah.
Look at all the numbers like 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4.
Exactly.
You know, 1, 1, 4, 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's...
So Zach Tyree flashes back Cabal Therapy, sacking Narcomoeba, netting 1 zombie in the process.
Was that a Stoneforge Mystic?
Mother of Runes, Stoneforge 2 land, I think it is. He hit 2 Knight of the Reliquary. Wow, a good hit by Zach Tyree.
He named Knight?
He hit double Knight. He's scared of that Bajuka Bog because he knows that turn 2 Knight means turn 3 Bog.
Wow.
That's a good name by Zach Tyree. Hits 2 of the card he was most afraid of.
Blind hitting double Knight. Pretty insane there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So after this, he'll attack for 2 and say go. Life total's 18 apiece. Loaming Shaman. 3-2 will shuffle Zach Tyree's entire graveyard into his library.
Yeah, it's huge. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, or maybe he'll only go for the dredgers. Wants to well, he definitely wants to leave the Narc maybe in the graveyard. Definitely wants to. Okay, Ancient Grudge going back in. At this point, I think you shuffle some more cards in, just to clog up the deck a little bit. Like Gemstone Mine, you want your opponent to draw Gemstone Mine here.
Yeah.
You want your opponent to draw Flamekin Zealot here. You don't want him to draw Breakthrough. You don't want him to draw Careful Study.
Yeah, you want him to draw City of Brass. You want him to draw...
You definitely want him to draw City of Brass.
Undiscovered Paradise, yep. And yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, he is. I need to give William Cowell a little more credit. He might not have ever played against Dredge, but definitely this is a right Loaming Shaman. Putrid Imp should go back in too, as should Lion's Eye.
Yeah. Putrid Imp a little less obvious that it should go back in.
Right. So leaves the Putrid Imp, leaves the Lion's Eye in the graveyard. And now Zach Tyree will have to live off the top of his deck. William Cow, one of Loaming Shaman, huh?
Yeah.
Naturally drawn. Well done. And we'll see if Zach Tyree can match that top deck. Only with a 2-2 Putrid Imp, a 2-2 Zombie, a Lion's Eye Diamond, and a City of Brass.
Yeah.
To his opponent's 3-2 and Noble Hierarch. Zach draws. Goes to his graveyard. Unfortunately, he won't find any goodies in there.
No, nothing in there of note.
Faithless Looting would be an amazing draw.
That would be as good as it gets.
Yes. Tax for 2.
William?
Not with the Putrid Imp, though. Of course, does not have flying unless he discards a card.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Yep.
Going to go grab Sword of Feast and Famine, I assume.
Oh, no, it looks like Umezawa's Jite.
I like that.
That one's good, too. And he uses Fetch Land at the same time. He feels the win now, using some shortcuts. Really, really wants to get that Jite active. And Zach Tyree cuts the deck. Umezawa's Jite into play, and William Cow passes the turn.
Really no attack with the Loaming Shaman there? That's just a free 4 points, isn't it?
Yeah. Putrid Imp has Threshold.
Oh, and Zach ripped a Grave Troll off the top.
So we have a game again.
We do have a game again. I'm really surprised William didn't attack there.
Might not have realized that Putrid Imp couldn't block. Wow. Flips Faithless Looting. That's the card you need to flip right there.
Wow, draws into draws.
This is an exciting final.
Yeah.
So now Faithless Looting will be flashed back, using that Lion's Eye, conveniently discarding the Dredger.
I mean, even if Putrid Imp could block, the Loaming Shaman would be a 4-3, right?
Yeah, it would. Not sure why William didn't attack with the Loaming Shaman there. Maybe wanted to block and trade with that zombie, felt the only way that he could lose was by being beat down. But I don't agree. Tony Chu tweets in, Loaming Shaman, wow. And I agree.
I agree.
Loaming Shaman, wow. So Zach Tyree, I think he's still in his main phase here, trying to figure out what gives him the best chance to dredge into the win this game. But for my money, it seems like Faithless Looting is the way to go.
Oh, gotta be.
I think it has to be. I don't see any other play available to him. Because next turn the Jite gets active. Zombie token attacks. Zach Tyree wants these creatures to trade before Bridge from Below gets active.
Very reasonable.
Yep. And William.
So that was William. That was fun.
Yeah, that was his plan, I guess.
He did want to trade. And really surprising, this Imp's not attacking. It can't block.
Right. And you know he's going to discard...
Actually has the text that it cannot block.
Zach Tyree just passed the turn.
Wow.
Wow. I expected a flashback Faithless Looting right there.
As did I.
Now this GK gets active, and...
yeah, and he can put it on the Stoneforge, and...
Wow. So we'll see what Zach Tyree has in store for us. A lot of surprises so far in this final.
So William has a play in his hand. William basically on 5 cards this game. He got blind Cabal Therapy to a double Knight here.
And he's still arguably winning this game.
He ripped that Lemming Shaman off the top.
Yeah.
I do not think he's winning this game.
You don't think he's going to win this game? Wins Zhao's GT is a powerful Magic card.
Yes. But
the ability to...
I'm not sure how well he understands Bridge for Blood right now.
That's a good point. If he understands that he can kill his own creature to neutralize the bridge, then I think he's in good shape. If not, probably not.
Ooh, green sends anything for 2. Not.
Ooh, Scavenging Ooze, and that's going to immediately remove that Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
We can hope.
Definitely getting that Faithless Looting out of there.
Yep. Most important card in Zach Tyree's graveyard.
Well, perhaps he removes the Thug, and then if Zach goes to discard the Grave Troll,
well, I think the Faithless Looting a little more dangerous at this point. But no, William Cow disagrees. Sort of unfamiliar with the Dredge deck. But Faithless Looting would definitely be the card to remove here.
Yeah, because, Zach can simply...
discard his hand with LED and... Yeah.
Loot it up. But if he doesn't have anything to dredge for that Faithless Looting...
Yeah, that's true too. So, William Cow, 1 mana available to him, I believe. Has to decide what's the biggest threat.
Just going to pass the turn here, I imagine. Seems like that's... Oh. Zach just draws for turn.
Yep, just enters his draw phase. Drew a Cabal Therapy. Didn't want to get his Golgari Grave Troll scavenged. Cabal Therapy, targeting William Cow. And that'll hit the only card he knows about, the Mother of Runes. William Cow now empty-handed.
Nothing left.
Nothing but an Ooze and a GT and a few other creatures.
I think William's got this one.
I think so too.
That Scavenging is going to do a lot of work. Where's that Faithless Looting?
Yeah, and Zach Tyree just says go. William Cow draws a Windswept Heath. And now this GT will become active. Putrid has Threshold and thus cannot block. So that GT will go to work on Zach Tyree's life total. Yep. Exalted makes it a 4/4.
It's number 4.
Brings Zach to 11.
2 counters in this JIT.
Yep. And Putrid Imp and Putrid Imp. Kill the Imp. Zach discards Grave Troll. His last opportunity to do it, and William Cow wastes no time, immediately removes it.
Yeah.
And yeah, William Cow just has this game on lockdown now.
Yeah. Pretty tough for Zach to come back from this point.
So Zach Tyree draws and casts Breakthrough for 0.
Just breakthroughs for 0?
Yep. And now his only play is to activate this LED and flashback Faithless Looting. If William Cow gives him the opportunity, we'll see if he does it.
Now, how does LED? Can you respond to LED?
It used to be a mana source. It's now played as an instant.
Okay, so you can respond to it.
You can. It does use the stack. But
Well,
wow.
can he respond to the Faithless Looting? Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, he can respond to the Faithless Looting.
And he should.
Yeah.
And yep, there we go. Removes Golgari Grave Troll. Checks the graveyard for any other dredgers. He won't find any.
No, there ain't none there.
And this will just be a careful study. No dredge. So, no, that doesn't work like that. But yeah, that's the match. William Cow, your Star City Open Legacy champion.
Yeah.
The little Maverick deck that could. Took down the Mighty Monster Dredge in the finals.
Yeah.
Congratulations to William Cow.
Some nice draws for William Cow.
Yeah, Loaming Shaman. One of Loaming Shaman off the top. That did it right there.
And in game 2, that Jit right off the top.
Yeah.